We got the 410s.
Greg.
Okay, so the 410s, okay?
Yep.
We're going to use another set of 4. How about the 4 4s right here, okay? Watch closely, because I got the 4 4s on top of the 410s, or the 410s on top of the 4 4s. But either way, you know I have 2 sets of 4, which are the 4s and the 10s, so 8 cards. And can you name either the 4s or the 10s?
Which what?
The 4s or the 10s, just choose one. Which
4s, I can't.
Okay, 4s, I'll leave them down. We'll use these 10s, watch closely. With just the brush, they actually change.
Tonight is all about opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to meet me and for me to meet you, for us to spend some time together, for us to hang out. It's also an opportunity to share. I want to share something with you that I've dedicated 10 years of my life to because I love it. And I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. When I was about 6 or 7, my brother Woody showed me a card trick, and we would actually perform for people who would come over for dinner. So we probably annoyed a lot of my parents' friends.
So I was doing really basic stuff, like something that if you were to get into magic today, you might learn in the first couple of weeks of the first month. Keith kind of got influenced through that, seeing me do it, and basically I passed the torch.
He would spend an unbelievable amount of time. He'd be upstairs in his room working away on tricks, and you could hear him not only just working on the tricks, but also the patter that went with it, the talk that went with it. So he'd be up there an awful lot of the time.
He doesn't really practice out in the open at the kitchen table. Like sometimes he does, but you wouldn't really know he's doing it. He's just sort of playing with cards or shuffling or something like that.
I remember there was one time in history class I actually dropped the cards, and I was in the front row. Probably not a good idea. And I remember they hit the floor, and I looked up, and both me and my teacher made eye contact, and I just picked them up and put them away, and we made this silent agreement that I will never play with cards in your class ever again.
I remember in high school in one of his classes, if the class got their work done on time and before the end of class, the teacher would give him 5 or 10 minutes to perform at the end of class. So that was a very good motivator for not only Keith, but the other kids in his class.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, one sewing needle.
I guess it's fair to say we knew how he did some things when he was 12 or 13, because you'd see the little mistakes. But since that, we have no idea. And long ago, I've given up asking because it seems more entertaining if you don't know.
The real question is, do you need to know or do you want to know? Because if you want to know, I'm not going to tell you. If you need to know, that's another circumstance. And that's actually how I learned. Like, I needed to know. And if you go up to a magician, you're like, hey, like, tell me all your secrets. They're not going to tell you. They've spent their lifetime working on this. They're not just going to give it up to some punk kid because you asked. I think magic has helped me grow as a person tremendously. I got a lot of self-confidence because you get on stage in front of all these strangers and you have to charm them. You have to convince them of the impossible. And having the confidence to walk out in front of people doesn't come easy. So magic really helped me that way, and that transfers over into anything.
He's a very poised speaker as well as a result of being on stage so much. And I think he's learned that preparation is a big thing. And that carries over regardless of whether it's magic or schoolwork or life in general. So been a lot of lessons learned from magic, no doubt about it.
Can you go ahead? Can you smell that for me? Go ahead, take it. Take it. Can you go ahead and smell that for me, please? Go ahead, smell it. What does it smell like to you?
Vinegar.
It smells like vinegar. So ladies and gentlemen, cheers to vinegar.
It was generally positive, but I remember a Christmas one year when he was doing some stuff in front of family. And
Everyone was here, all the kids were eating dinner in this room, and he really wanted to kind of show off what he had learned.
Keith was doing a trick, and my cousin just called him out on it completely.
You know, he was really frustrated by that experience and not really being able to do the tricks the way you wanted to do, and just having this sort of heckler presence there.
At first I thought that was going to kind of dampen his spirits, but he took it more from, no, I'll show you.
And I remember he came back the next Christmas and just rocked them. Like, everyone just, you know, it was almost like a black and white difference between his skill level, his presence, and his just sort of his attitude towards magic.
This next part requires a lot of concentration. It may seem like interpretive dance, but please, stay. Yeah, you may want to take one more step back. That's okay.
As a parent, to see your son up there in front of a few people or a large group is just amazing. He has put in a lot of hard work to do what he does, and we're very proud of him and we love him.
Yeah, we're obviously super proud. He does well, but there's another side of it as a parent as well. And as much as you're awed by what he's doing, as much as you're proud by what he's doing, you're super anxious. At least I know I am. Yeah, you're sitting there in the audience and you're hoping everything goes exactly the way it's supposed to, and the crowd will love it. But at the same time, you're wondering, oh, you know, I hope that works, or that doesn't flub up, or he's swallowing needles, for crying out loud. You know, you want it to go well and you want it to be received well, and so you're pulling for him the entire time.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. You've been wonderful. Again, my name is Keith Brown. Thank you. Comes down to you, and that's what magic is to me, because I wouldn't be here without the time that I've put in and me believing in my dream. Magic is wondrous. It's about mystery. It's about making the impossible happen.